How are you feeling after, I guess, the rest of everything?
It's been better, you know what I'm saying? Just a day-to-day injury, just because of how recent it was. Coach didn't really want to risk anything without knowing like what was going on for real, but you know what I'm saying, we got everything squared away and we're just preparing to play on Saturday.
Coach is talking about your toughness. Where do you get that from? Where does that stem?
I think it just comes from just playing basketball so much and just being in the environment growing up, just knowing that like you got to kind of do some things on your own, and you also got to figure some things out on your own too. But just being here has made me grow up kind of fast, just because of the role I'm being able to play as a freshman, which I'm so grateful for, just because I get to play some high-level minutes that some people may not see their freshman year. So I just want to keep making an impact, and I just think that's why I'm so tough, just because I know it's not just here to stay. I got to like earn everything I have here, and that's kind of just why I'm so tough.
What stood out on film about Duke and everything?
They got guys. They got a lot of guys. Guys that can score the ball, guys that can defend, guys that make plays. So, but I mean, this is why we schedule these type of games. See who's the best, to see who really got it with them. And I think that's what we have. I think we got the better team. And I think it's going to show on Saturday at 12 o'clock.
What specifically, I guess, are you most excited about for this opportunity?
Just the fact I get to go out there and prove myself, you know what I'm saying? May not be 100%, but I don't think no one cares about that, you know what I'm saying? If you going to put your shoes on and check into the game, you got to play regardless. So just not overthinking it, kind of just taking it one play at a time, but it's definitely a statement game to prove that I'm along with one of the best freshmen in the country.
After the Arkansas game, you were saying, like, you know, this is one of the games, one of the reasons you come to MSU is playing games like this. I imagine this weekend, same kind of deal, right?
For sure. This game has definitely been circled for a while, just because you know the type of players you're about to play against, who you have to guard and who you have to go up against. So, and then plus we playing at home, so like it means more to me. It also means more to these guys too. But we kind of just got to like take it one step at a time, one play at a time, and I think we'll come up victorious.
Okay, when Duke comes to your home floor, I'm guessing.
Loud, you know, just rock the place. I don't think nobody's gonna want to sit down the entire time. It's gonna be awesome. So, yes, sir. Thank you.
You've been drawing a lot of the matchups at the four some of the times defensively on the perimeter. How much of that has been part of your development and growth?
Yeah, it's huge. You know, I talked to the bigs. We had a bigs meeting in the hotel in Fort Myers, and I just told them, you know, since my freshman year, when I knew that, you know, I was more of a defensive-minded player than, you know, Jesse and Cam are a little bit, which is fine. But I just told them that, you know, going into those games where you know you're playing against someone who's, you know, quote-unquote lottery pick or an NBA player or pro and all that, it's you know, that sense of urgency goes up even more. And it's the games that you take a little more personal, because those are the games that everybody watches, and it's the games where you can really cement yourself as who you are. So, you know, he's a freshman, really talented freshman, and you know, the year he's having so far has been awesome. But you know, it's a big game for me to show, you know, what kind of player I am and the skills I have as well. So,
how has the feeling of these big games changed for you since you got here? You guys have played in a lot of them, but now coming in as a senior and captain.
Yeah, you know, it's obviously there's nerves every game for sure, but there's probably less nerves now than early on, especially early when I'm, you know, guarding guys like Edie and Oscar Sheba was one from Kentucky that was a good matchup. Like, you know, those guys, it was a little more nerve-wracking because I didn't really know what I was getting into. But you know, when you know, I got a good taste of like Caleb Wilson and his game, and now going to Cam Boozer. So it's you know, they're still freshmen. So I'm gonna try to use my experience to make a play. So
on the offensive side, we've seen that little push shot and the floater and the jumper a little bit more. We know you've worked on it a bunch this summer, but how confident you feel in where you're at with that?
Yeah, offensively, I'm probably in the best mindset I am right now. You know, the shots are falling, and you know, having a couple you know, double-digit scoring games. It's huge for me, my development, and the player that I need to be, and the player that you know, our coaches and team want me to be. So just, you know, seeing them rally behind me and seeing what success that brings when I have a good offensive game, you know, it's a positive every way. So it's hopefully more to come. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
What really excites you about this matchup with Duke?
I think just obviously it's really cool to have the exposure that brings as well. But knowing that my role is a little higher than it was in years past, so being in, you know, senior year and having that that leadership aspect, the senior aspect, captain aspect. So it's you know, one of those where I can really make a name for myself in games like this, and you know, games like this really elevate our team throughout the year, and especially going into Big Ten play, it's super important for me and our team.
Coach was talking about how you were a little bit frustrated with your performance last game and everything. How do you bounce back and, you know, turn the page after?
Yeah, you know, I feel like I'm pretty mentally strong when it comes to stuff like that, and you know, you got to take the positives with the negatives. So you know, I didn't have my best game, and you know, I always think about it as, you know, the sun's going to rise in the morning no matter what. So you know, try not to dwell on it too much. You know, you can be pissed at yourself and you can be mad at yourself the night of, but I try not to let myself, you know, get too involved into the next day and everything. So I made sure to talk to coach and stuff after the game and make sure I was still in the right headset, and I'm gonna put all my my effort into Duke and not worry too much about what happened. So
How much of a factor is the crowd going to be on Saturday?
yeah, I mean, I heard they have some, you know, the Duke crazies over there, but I think it's going to be really cool for them to have to experience the zone and really, you know, to have Shire and you know, probably Coach K is going to come back or come here. I'm guessing. So it's going to be really cool to kind of, you know, establish our presence as a fan base and as a team. It's going to be awesome. So probably the highest ticket we're going to have all year. So I'm really excited to play into that and just, you know, kind of feel what that's going to feel like. So
Do you have to adjust your routine at all, or if at all, what do you have to do, like, with such an early tip-off?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more important for the younger guys trying to figure that out. Obviously, it's our first early game all year, but it's really, you know, it's a really big thing of rest and just treating your body right, especially games like this where, you know, you're trying to prepare yourself at least 4 hours before, but the day before the game is the most important when it comes to, you know, getting rest and treating your body and making sure you're doing the right things. So that's the message I'm relaying to the guys too, to make sure that we can, you know, play at our best.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.